This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, a community mourning the deaths of a father and daughter killed in an accident at the South Jetty in Venice.
Eugene and Carol Hayden died on Monday when Carol drove the van into the water Monday afternoon. Many people on shore and nearby boats jumped in the water to try to save the two, but they were unsuccessful. Now a memorial has been set up at the jetty in their honor. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us live from Venice with more on how they're being remembered tonight. Christopher.
Good evening, Scott and Haley. Steadily all day long, people have been coming out here to pay their respects at this makeshift memorial. Earlier today, we did have a chance to speak to someone who knew the two victims in Monday's accident very well. Their pastor, Deacon Kevin Backhouse.
Gene has been here, I don't know how many years, 15?
Deacon Kevin Backhouse of the St. Mark's Episcopal Church in Venice said both Eugene and Carol Hayden were valued members of the community.
Gene was very much a guy that was in control, very smart man, very much involved.
They both lived at the Village on the Isles in Venice. Deacon Backhouse, who also lives in the Isles, says it's very much a tight-knit community.
At the Village, it's not unusual for people to die, because we're old.
But the Hayden's death on Monday has struck a chord in the hearts of their friends.
What goes through your mind? That car, that van bobbing down, and then it's, oh no, that's not just a car. You know, that's Carol and that's Gene.
According to Backhouse, Eugene and Carol valued greatly their church family. Over the years he's known them, he didn't know if they had any other family.
They really don't have family that we're aware of.
On Thursday, as the memorial at the jetty grew, people stopped to pay their respects and to reflect.
My heart really went out to these two people. And on the other hand, as I get older, I have to be more careful.
Backhouse says he, his fellow parishioners, and village residents wonder why the tragedy happened.
We probably all wonder, what did they say to each other? We'll never know.
Tomorrow evening, friends will be gathering at Village on the Isles at 7:30 for a special candlelight vigil to honor the two who lost their lives in such a tragic way on Monday. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is sharing some alarming news tonight involving one of the biggest problems plaguing the Suncoast, overdose deaths. Accidental overdose deaths are now the leading cause of accidental death in the United States, even exceeding car accidents among people ages 25 to 64. Many of these deaths are preventable, but some people using drugs don't call 911 if they or someone they know has overdosed because of fear of being arrested. The Sheriff's Office wants to remind people that witnesses who seek help are given immunity under Florida's Good Samaritan Act.
Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are looking for 5 people tonight believed to be involved in a home invasion robbery. Deputies say 5 suspects, all armed with handguns, broke into a home on 5th Street East just after midnight. Deputies say 3 people were playing video games inside that home at the time. The suspects hit 2 of the victims on the head. Deputies say they took some cash and left. Investigators believe that home was targeted.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is letting the community help them decide how it can best serve the Suncoast. Together, the Sheriff's Office command staff and a group of 23 citizens came up with a 4-year strategic plan. In it, there are 4 goals for the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office over the next 4 years. Work with the community to address public safety concerns, enforce the law rightfully, treat all citizens fairly and respectfully, promote transparency and accountability, and foster a rich diversity of perspectives. Members of the Citizens Work Group say they brought certain aspects of the 21st century policing to deputies' attention, and in turn, the deputies showed them the challenges of policing.
A lot's going on in that environment, so fair and impartial policing, implicit bias, things that law enforcement is starting to look at and say, we could do things better. And their willingness and openness to do that was impressive to me.
This plan will be reviewed and updated every year to change as the community changes, whether that be in terms of crime patterns, citizen expectations, or demographics.
This is National Travel and Tourism Week, and all across the country, organizations are gearing up for next year's travel season, including those here on the Suncoast. But Visit Sarasota is using the time to prepare for the massive cuts made to its partner organization, Visit Florida. State lawmakers passed a budget that slashes Visit Florida funding by $76 million for a total of $25 million. Visit Sarasota says about 30% of all of its promotions are done with Visit Florida, and the cuts will have a major impact locally.
Early numbers show that in 2018 we could look at a loss of up to 200,000 visitors a year. So that is a huge number of visitors. That's a big impact.
Representative Metz, you're recognized.
Haley adds the tourist marketing organizations throughout the state will meet in the coming weeks to finalize a plan on how to combat those cuts.
And once again, we are facing a very warm day on the Suncoast, and yet no signs of rain anywhere, Bob.
I was outside earlier this afternoon and noticed that sea breeze kicking in. It was pretty warm until that happened. The air was stagnant, temperatures topping out into the upper 80s to low 90s, even near the coast. And then it happened. The winds turned out of the west, northwest, and picked up and brought some cooler air on into a few miles near the coast. 86 right now. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 16, and the pressure 30.03 inches. Notice this a little orange line. It goes right along the coastline, then it turns deep red as you move inland. That's where 93 is in Orlando, 96 now, Mayac City, 95 in Arcadia, and temperatures in the mid-90s in Highlands County. But notice 83 Anna Maria, 84 Siesta Key, 80 Manasota Beach, Inglewood at 79. That's due to that West Coast sea breeze, which is so nice right now. But Parrish, not seeing the benefits of it quite yet at 95 and 90 still at Lakewood Ranch. Northport is starting to see a little bit of a west wind. Now the problem with all the sunshine and high pressure doesn't move the atmosphere much, and so all the pollutants kind of hang around, and especially in this situation, the ozone now at 129, and that is in the unhealthy for sensitive people range. Getting close though to the unhealthy range for everyone. That's at 150, and it usually peaks and spikes right around 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll have much more on this, and our rain chance is coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. The fallout from FBI Director James Comey's firing has been nonstop since the bombshell was announced last night. Politicians on both sides are weighing in with skepticism, asking about the motivation behind the move. ABC's Emily Rao has more on the administration's case for termination.
In a 3-page memo from Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, the case is made that former Director Comey was defiant, a repeat offender of the policies of the Justice Department, especially when it came to his handling of the investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails.
No charges are appropriate in this case.
That press conference never should have happened, according to Rosenstein, who says Comey was wrong to usurp the Attorney General's authority, then going on to criticize Mrs. Clinton anyway. But as a candidate, Donald Trump supported Comey's actions. And now, in his letter to the Attorney General, Rosenstein blaming Comey for substantial damage to the reputation of the FBI. The day he took office, President Trump gained the authority to fire Comey, who had been leading the investigation into ties between Russia's interference in the election and the Trump campaign. But it's the timing that's so troublesome for many. Just 2 days ago, the president posted this on Twitter. The Russia-Trump collusion story is a total hoax. When will this taxpayer-funded charade end? And White House aide Sarah Huckabee Sanders making a similar statement.
There's no evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia.
But Comey had not come to that conclusion. Columbia University presidential historian David Eisenbach says the president's decision should concern everyone.
It is very dangerous for a democracy when you have an elected official being investigated by somebody who then has the power and the will to fire that investigator.
President Trump's quick reaction to the recommendation from the Attorney General also drawing comparison to another high-profile firing, the president waiting 18 days to fire National Security Advisor Mike Flynn, despite Acting Attorney General Sally Yates' warning that he could be compromised because of his ties to Russia. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
Here at home, some Suncoast Middle School students are having an unforgettable trip to Washington, D.C. 8th graders at St. Martha Catholic School in Sarasota are currently visiting the nation's capital, learning all about the history of the city and checking out landmarks, memorials, and museums. The highlight, though, is this, meeting the Vice President in person. The students were at Statuary Hall at the U.S. Capitol when they got the chance to say hi to Vice President Mike Pence. Even more exciting, Pence later tweeted pictures of the students saying, "Another busy day, but made sure to take time while I was on Capitol Hill to say hello to visitors from all over the U.S."
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Well, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the sky that's anything but friendly. There are more problems for air travel with unruly passengers, flight attendants, and even pilots.
ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast, plus an increasing number of thyroid cancer cases. Who should get screened in Health Smart?
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside, expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Daddy! Happy Mother's Day!
Thank you, sweetie.
Happy Mother's Day.
Exceed your mom's expectations this Mother's Day with flowers from Beneva Flowers and Gifts.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The hits keep on coming for air travel in the United States. Police say a near riot broke out in Fort Lauderdale when Spirit Airlines canceled or delayed dozens of flights on Monday. The airline is blaming the pilots for a work slowdown in the middle of contract talks. And now this brawl on board a Southwest jet that had just landed in Burbank shows a flight attendant caught right in the middle of all of this.
I see the stewardess trapped below, in between the seats, on the ground. And she was being pummeled at the same time as the other guy was being pummeled.
Really quick and get back to my seat.
Kansas City nurse not feeling the love from United. She says flight attendants did not allow her to go to the bathroom when she was trying to resolve a bladder problem, leaving her no choice but to literally pee in a cup.
Okay, for the second day in a row, Sarasota County has issued an air advisory due to high ozone levels. The high levels were detected at Lido Key, Jackson Road in Venice, and the Paw Park on 17th Street in Sarasota. People with respiratory problems may experience trouble breathing due to these ozone levels. The County Air and Water Quality Management recommends people with breathing problems limit outdoor activities. The advisory will be in effect until dusk tonight.
Yeah, Bob was just telling us earlier that the air is just kind of sitting there.
Right. Yeah, it is, and it's not just those locations, obviously. That's where they monitor it. That's where they get the numbers and values, and it really is high near the area beaches, too, in the afternoon. That's when the ozone actually gathers out there in the Gulf of Mexico. The sun shines brightly on the pollutants, turns it into ozone, and then the sea breeze brings it back on shore. So that's when it's most dangerous in the afternoon and throughout the evening. It'll be with us again tomorrow, too. And get a look at the haze. You can just see that from the Van Wezel webcam at 11 o'clock this morning. Off into the Gulf as the west winds developed. Just kind of a dirty atmosphere. We need to get cleaned out by some rainfall and some mixing going on. But we have this stagnant high pressure ridge, which is like a dome, and it doesn't allow much to get in or much to get out. And so that's the problem we're having. Titan radar picture indicating no rainfall around right now, but boy, the fire danger is high. We have relatively low humidity all across the inland areas. Now, right along the coast, it's a little higher because of that sea breeze, bringing some moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico. But inland areas, boy, it's really low. On top of that, we have some energy release that could occur very quickly. So the extreme danger for fires, if they were to start, would spread rapidly. That's a warning now in effect from Wednesday, until Wednesday, I should say. And then again on Thursday, it will start at 11 o'clock and go until 8 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's pretty much a given for this area once again. So through 8 o'clock, this will be a dangerous situation. And then again tomorrow, the same story for us here along the Sun Coast. Currently at the Sarasota-Brayton Airport, it's 86, but Venice at the end of the pier, a little bit milder there at 78 degrees. Currently again at the Sarasota-Brayton Airport, we have west and northwest winds at 16. Pressure 30.01 inches, falling ever so slightly at this time. And as far as the hourly forecast goes, for Thursday, temperatures will warm into the upper 80s before that sea breeze kicks in and keeps us into the mid 80s throughout much of the afternoon. We'll see low to mid 90s like we're seeing today in places like Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Arcadia, Wauchula, and into Sebring. While the wind flow will be light tonight, it'll turn around to the northeast to start the day off tomorrow. Very light winds throughout most of the morning. Not much of a breeze there, but by the afternoon, here it comes again, that standard sea breeze pushing inland, bringing with it some a little bit cooler temperatures right along the immediate coastline. With this high pressure ridge slowly moves off to the east-southeast. So with it in that position, we're going to continue to see the high numbers, I believe, in the pollution, although we'll see a little bit more mixing going on. It may not be as high, but I still think it'll be in that range that we're in right now. And some bigger storms into, it looks like Mississippi, also into Arkansas, as well as into western portion or eastern portions of Oklahoma tomorrow. This is where the severe weather will be breaking out on, I should say, on Friday, and then eventually continuing to move off toward the east. We're not going to get much of this here. The front gets close to us and then fades away for the most part. We will see slightly cooler and drier air come Saturday. The rain chance at 20%. That is about it. And as far as temperatures go right now, it's 54 in Boston. Much warmer in the nation's capital, 76, 80 in Indianapolis, and Chicago, a cooler 59, 74 in Salt Lake City, and temperature of 67 degrees in Wichita, 81 in Dallas, or 80 in Dallas, 81 in Houston, 71 in Oklahoma City, and temperatures warm over the deep south, and 94 now in Jacksonville. The forecast for boaters tomorrow, winds will be rather brisk in the afternoon, but to start the morning off, not too bad. North to northwest winds 5 to 10 knots. They'll switch around and pick up late in the day up to about 15 knots. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop, a moderate chop. Say after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Water temperature now at 81 degrees. UV index remaining high. Low tide upcoming 8:23. That's for low tide. High tide will be at 2:21 and sunset at 9 minutes after 8. Clear skies, mild tonight, 65 for temperatures in the inland areas. Low 70s near the coast. Mostly sunny tomorrow and warm and dry with an 88-degree high with a warmer temperature inland. And the extended forecast is calling for only a slight chance for showers over the weekend. And that is, again, only around 10%. Well, much more coming up later. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. And Suncoast Traffic Watch right now. Traffic is slow going. US 301 in the north and southbound lanes. This is right near Fruitville Road in downtown Sarasota. It's not moving very quickly at this hour, so bring your patience through Sarasota. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, thyroid cancer is on the rise in the U.S., but routine screening for the disease is still not advised. Over the past 10 years, the incidence of thyroid cancer has risen 4.5%. Doctors aren't sure why cases are rising, but most cases have a good outcome, about 98% survival at 5 years. The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force continues to recommend against thyroid cancer screening in adults without symptoms. More screenings would likely find early stage cancer, but would also lead to potentially unnecessary, harmful treatments. Antibiotics were invented to prevent serious infections and deaths, but in the U.S., about 2 million people become infected with bacteria that cannot be treated by antibiotics, and at least 23,000 people die from those infections every year. Bacteria have mutated and become resistant to many antibiotics. That has happened because many of these medications were overprescribed, given in too high of doses, or used for the wrong reasons. What's the solution? Well, at this point, many doctors are much more conscientious about prescribing antibiotics only when completely necessary. Using non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, can increase your risk of heart attack compared with people who didn't take the painkillers. Those who did had a 20 to 50% greater chance of having a heart attack. The risk was higher for people who took 1,200 milligrams a day of ibuprofen, that is 6 standard Advil tablets, and 750 milligrams a day of naproxen, or 3.5 Aleve. The study published in the journal BMJ found that some risks can appear even after a few days of use. Coming up, a school bus erupts in flames. How the driver was able to get more than 50 students off the bus in just minutes. Plus, a small dog with a mighty presence. What the dog did that may have saved a group of hikers. Those stories are straight ahead.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Everyone loves a bright and cheerful smile. Not everyone can find the dental care they need and can afford. Now there's a place nearby where anyone can receive professional quality dental care at an affordable cost. The Lecom School of Dental Medicine in Lakewood Ranch is now accepting patients. You will receive your care in comfortable, state-of-the-art treatment rooms. To schedule your appointment, please call the Lecom Dental Group practices, 941-405-1600. We will be happy to see you smiling again.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
A school bus driver in South Carolina is being called a hero after she saved more than 50 students from a burning school bus.
Take a look here. The bus caught fire around 7 o'clock yesterday morning on the way to school. School district officials say 2 students noticed smoke coming from the back of the bus and told the driver about it. That driver jumped into action, evacuating all 56 students on board within minutes. The superintendent is praising the bus driver's heroic actions.
Of our bus driver, she did exactly what she was trained to do. She was calm. She kept the students calm. She made sure they were safe. They were her first priority. She's our hero today.
Fire officials are still investigating what caused that fire. A district spokesperson says there were some concerns about this type of bus from 1995 after other problems and fires, but the bus involved in the fire was inspected and cleared by the state just last summer.
Momo the dog is being called a hero after scaring away a large grizzly bear that chased a group of hikers. The group was hiking Canada's Banff National Park when the grizzly confronted them. Momo distracted the bear while the hikers escaped, then rejoined the group as they hid in a parked truck. The hikers returned to the park days later, this time with bear spray.
That's a brave dog,
man.
That is
a brave dog.
Well, a new dinosaur species now has a new name from a famous movie. Canadian scientists have named a newly discovered dinosaur fossil after Zool, the horned demon dog from the hit movie Ghostbusters. It's a 75-million-year-old species of armored dinosaur. The fossil was discovered by scientists during an unrelated dinosaur dig in Montana. They estimate Zool was around 20 feet long and weighed more than 5,500 pounds.
Venice police officers worked together to capture a 4-legged intruder. Last night, officers were called to a neighborhood to check out some loud noises when they encountered a 9-foot alligator. Officers worked with FWC's nuisance alligator trappers to control the animal safely so he could be returned to his neck of the woods, which is not the neighborhood.
No. Looks out of place there.
Yes, just a little. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the multi-million-dollar deal to bring more spring training to the Suncoast.
How much money taxpayers will have to pay to relocate the Atlanta Braves, straight ahead.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The official salon of ABC7. Loose Salon.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our finish upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.